So judges, if you hear your name, please raise your hand. I have here Jasmine Abib. Jasmine Abib. Luis Omolayo Adecola. Maxukbet Aitmanbet. Maxukbet Aitmanbek. Nerma Albertorio. Nerma Albertorio. Brenda Ansa. Brenda Ansa. Wilmer Arroyo Alvarado. Reinbeck Baralov. Reinbeck Badarov. Emna Ben Salem. Bolivar Ben Cosme. Bolivar Ben Cosme. Elaine Bowers. Elaine Bowers. Ricardo Burgos. Gidaili Candelaria. Gidaili Candelaria. Hannah Carady. Hannah Carady. Madeline Colón. Madeline Colón. Natasha Cordero.
No se te entiende, no se te entiende.
Natasha Cordero. Zenaida Díaz. Zenaida Díaz. George Duomo. George Duomo. Mohamed El Berwidi. Carlos Estronza. Tamara Fred Rosa. Tamara Fred Rosa. Ralph Enrique Frinzi. Maritza González. Gilberto Guevara. Gilberto Guevara. Ana María Hernández. Elizabeth Hicks. Elizabeth Hicks. Torben Janusz. Sara Jiménez. Sara Jiménez. Ahmed Kamel. Ahmed Kamel. Ricky López. Iris Maldonado. Iris Maldonado. Julie Marín. Frances Márquez. Frances Márquez. José Martínez. Laureta Machego. Laureta Machego. Joel Matos. Joel Matos. Embali Batsana. Embali Batsana. Eliezer Meléndez. Esu Osai Michael. Esu Osai Michael. Iliana Molina. Fernando Morales. Fernando Morales. Almas Mukametov. Almas Mukametov. Armando Mulero. Armando Mulero. Patricia Muravinda. Nelson Narváez. Nelson Narváez. Cristian Nieves. Tuducile Excele. Tuducile Excede. Sharon Orlock. Antonio Pérez. Antonio Pérez. Raiza Rivera. Raiza Rivera. Bárbara Rivera. Bárbara Rivera. Natalia Rivera. Pablo Rodríguez. Pablo Rodríguez. Pilar Rojo. Ana Rosario. Ana Rosario. Semir Rizkulov. Roberto Santos. Roberto Santos. Amardeep Singh Hari. Amardeep Singh Hari. Mike Stoffer. Alice Torres. Joanely Vargas. Madeline Velázquez. Madeline Velázquez. Niurka Vélez. Niurka Vélez. Margulan Sumagali. Marguman Sumagali. I'm gonna start now with the online judges. If you are present in the Zoom link, please say so in the chat. José Arroyo. José Arroyo. Lea Bergman. Lea Bergman. Steve Butler. Steve Butler. Heather Carswell. Heather Carswell. Silvio Cavatayo. Silvio Cavatayo. Brittany Dubose. Brittany Dubose. María Fernanda Falfán. María Fernanda Falfán. Timothy Padellan. Timothy Padellan. Claudia Carks. Claudia Carks. Aidar Kasibayev. Aidar Kasibayev. John Kennington. John Kennington. Ophelia Langworth. Ophelia Langworth. Lilimar López. Lilimar López. Bonnie Mariconda. Bonnie Mariconda. Kate Marston. Kate Marston. Toshia Moffett. Toshia Moffett. Jessica Morales. Jessica Morales. John Paul Pomen. John Paul Pomen. Annette Pearson. Annette Pearson. Judith Reyes. Judith Reyes. Pamela Rodríguez. Pamela Rodríguez. Migdalia Rosado. Migdalia Rosado. Joe Sayer. Joe Sayer. Nigel Smith. Nigel Smith. Silvia Testa. Silvia Testa. Tatayi Tokala. Tatayi Tokala. Clinton Wilderman. Clinton Wilderman. Yadi Shu. Yadi Shu.
Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for attending. We are in League 3 at the moment. Just a few remarks that I wanted to let you know before we get things started. So the refreshments on the side are unfortunately only for judges. So audience members, please make sure to, if you do need any food or anything like that, there is a cafe downstairs that you can go to. So judges, feel free to use refreshments if you would like anything. And throughout the presentation, please make sure to be as silent as you can. And please do not leave the room or ask anyone else to enter while a presentation is going on. We want to respect that they have complete silence during the entirety of their presentation. And there's one more thing I want to mention. And so obviously, as you may already know, for League 3, there are 4 teams that are presenting. So we first have Puerto Rico, then we have United Kingdom, France, and then India. India will be a virtual presentation, but everyone else will be in person. Does anyone have any questions before we get started? I will take that as a no. Perfect. Thank you so much. We'll get started in like about a minute or so. Thank you.
Check 1, 2. Check 1, 2. A. Check 1, 2. Eso yo lo tengo apagado ahora mismo.
Ok, sí, tranquilo.
Hasta que tenga lo de India. Hasta que venga India.
No, no, pero ellos no están usando el
Eso ya, aquí está. Check 1, 2. Check 1, 2. Check 1, 2. Check 1, 2. No es mi. Check 1, 2. Check 1, 2. Check 1, 2. Check 1, 2.
So sorry for the delay. We're just we have some technical issues with so we're just trying to figure out the audio side of things and then we'll get started momentarily. Please bear with us. Sorry about that.
Number 1.
Judges, please help me welcome the team from Puerto Rico. They are presenting in person today. Round of applause. You have 3 minutes for class, okay? Good luck.
You have 3 minutes for your presentation.
Enactus Puerto Rico.
Enactus Puerto Rico.
Enactus Puerto Rico.
A person's identity.
One minute before the presentation begins. You may now begin your presentation.
A person's identity can be greatly influenced by their surroundings. The history, geography, natural resources. Puerto Rico, a place of mixed ethnicities, brought about the layering of Taino, Spanish, and African cultures. The fighting spirit of our Jibaros, all of it lives in our veins. Traditions, styles, art, flavors, our rice and beans, our cup of coffee, our diverse, talented people. A generation that loves deeply, that believes in honoring its roots by creating new chapters. This has inspired the birth and scale of Reco and Limitless. We are Puerto Ricans, leaving a footprint in our country's history.
History has taught us that we must unlearn what we have learned, to transform concepts, to create new stories, like the ones that we've created through Limitless, in which we challenge the myths behind the word disability and promote the value of functional diversity.
Society tends to view these people as a one-dimensional group. As a result, very few people provide job opportunities for this community. In Puerto Rico, 90% of them are unemployed, making us rank first in the US, living below the poverty line.
For the past years, we have worked to break this inclusion barrier by helping PRIF to grow and scale their military and commercial apparel manufacturing company. What started with only 10 employees today is a sustainable business that supports more than 500 jobs in Puerto Rico with a long-term contract to manufacture U.S. military uniforms. We have been a key part all along.
What is the added value for an active team by working with them? Our goal was to ensure that individuals challenged by the functional diversity have a place to build a career and establish economic independence.
And even though the company's economic sustainability is undoubtedly evident, ensuring the productive integration and self-development of its human capital component is essential for scaling.
They have a right to succeed. We designed our entrepreneurial solution, the Challenge Training Center, a 30-day induction and training program to conquer this overwhelming period, addressing their abilities and necessary skills and adaptations to perform successfully.
Also, providing the tools to better understand their needs, develop the human being, recognize their skills, and establish a path for their professional development, a cost-efficient approach that is fundamental in a place where 55% of the people hired have functional diversity.
Uno de nuestros primeros aliados fue en Actus Group, que nos ayudó en la parte de la planificación, de la elaboración del plan de negocio, el desarrollo de lo que en aquel momento fue nuestra tiendita de uniformes, donde vendíamos uniformes comerciales, pero lo que vino a ser un game changer fue donde solicitaron unos fondos que fueron los que financiaron nuestra primera escuelita de costura. Muchos de ellos aún están trabajando con nosotros y adoptamos la escuelita como parte de nuestro proceso ordinario de operación, un gran legado que deja el Actus Room en Puerto Rico y nuestro Reporter Blind, que lo hemos adoptado a la fórmula de negocio, a la fórmula de operación, y es un elemento crítico para asegurar que las personas desarrollen las destrezas básicas antes de pasar a la línea de producción.
All recruits must pass through our center, and the outcomes are evident in the operations, increasing retention by 85%, productivity by 80%, and the capacity to accelerate their integration and development.
Moreover, even people with no prior knowledge of sewing have come out of the program with the ability to hold various job positions. And as a company, they achieved a quality process certification that helped them acquire a competitive advantage.
Natalie, one of our training center's biggest successes, a talented young woman who saw opportunity limited by her reality of using a wheelchair. We helped the company adapt their working spaces to fit her needs. As an outcome, her growth is evident, succeeding as an employee while achieving her personal and financial independence.
Anterior a la escuelita y poder aprender mediante el Actus Room y PRIS, no tenía ninguna experiencia. Mi abuela tenía experiencia, pero pues no, yo por mi parte no, nunca había pues, desarrollado esa destreza. Ni siquiera pensaba que era algo que yo podía hacer. En estos 4 años me ha ayudado definitivamente con mi confianza. Siento que mi línea confía en mí, me necesita. Puedo dialogar con mi supervisora y también económicamente definitivamente me siento pues, independizada hasta cierto punto porque siento que puedo ayudar a mi familia. Ahora mismo estamos en proceso de mudanza, que de no tener un empleo fijo, no creo que se pudiera haber cumplido ese sueño de poder ayudar a mi familia y tener nuestra propia casita.
Thanks to our programs and the culture of inclusion, this year, PRIV was recognized with the U.S. National Organization on Disability Leading Employer Seal for demonstrating exemplary employment practices for this community.
The next step for them is opening a new manufacturing center in Morovis, a city in Puerto Rico with one of the biggest populations with functional diversity, with less than 5% being employed. Our Limitless program will continue to be the main platform in their induction process.
For us, Limitless has been the door to understanding the real impact of social enterprises and the stepping stone to creating RECO, led by us with the same vision and level of social, economic, and environmental positive impact on our island.
Let's take a moment. Close your eyes. Imagine the smell of coffee. Take that cup in front of you. It smells good. It tastes good.
Many memories come to our mind. Our grandmothers bring coffee, the warmth of a good conversation, the thrill of close negotiation.
But have you thought about how many coffee grounds result from these activities? In Puerto Rico, it is estimated that we consume an average of 73,000 pounds of coffee daily. As with much of this waste, it ends up in landfills. Around the world, 2,500 tons of coffee grounds contribute to this waste.
How can we contribute to our country's food security while using a circular economy? With the mission of reusing and reducing food waste that pollutes our water and soil, we developed this year RECO.
Repurposed Coffee LLC is a social enterprise that seeks to develop suitable solutions by reusing discarded coffee grounds as the base for commercial products. Its versatility has shown us the potential for long-term diversifiable growth. Coffee grounds can be transformed into different products, such as skincare, biodegradable plastics, and agricultural products.
Our feasibility analysis led us by creating an organic fertilizer. During our need assessment, more than 3 farmers pointed out fertilizer scarcity, which made them to manufacture their own, substantially increasing their production costs and reducing the profit margin to stay competitive. All of them agreed that achieving food security is critical for our island sustainability, where fertilizer play a key role.
On the other hand, our market study showed that coffee shops, cafeterias, and fast food chains continue to increase costs, driving tighter profit margins in part because of waste management fees. RECO considered these needs and built a productive network. Coffee shops provide discarded coffee grounds while reducing their discarding costs.
We use these grounds to manufacture an organic fertilizer for farmers to better their crops, saving them time and money. As beneficiaries, people receive high-quality products developed through environmentally conscious business practices that can result in lower farming costs and consumer prices.
This year, we encouraged 2 local coffee shops to adopt sustainable discarding practices, reducing their discarding costs by 5% and landfill waste by about 23,000 pounds.
The knowledge acquired led us to focus half a year on developing and testing a minimum viable product, resulting in 21 prototypes. We tested our formula for its replicability and long-lasting effects, validating our final product through laboratory testing for quality assurance and guaranteed that it contains the necessary components for the market.
The outcome is as easy as 3 steps: mix, ferment, filter. A 100% organic solution, a cost-effective and unique formula that seizes the benefits of coffee grounds. It's rich in minerals and nutrients with naturally occurring properties while meeting commercial production standards. Additionally, we impacted 8 farmers from Finca Explora, an agribusiness incubator in the Northwest region. We supported the harvest of a 116-acre farm of mainly pineapples, bananas, and plantains. They stated that RECO positively impacted their crops.
Our RECO formula helps reduce land resting periods compared to conventional farming practices. It allows farmers to enhance their revenue while saving costs.
Providing them with more capital to grow their business.
Based on a market size of $26.5 billion, of which we aim to reach 2%, we defined an entire fertilizer production system with local inputs, outlining a bi-weekly production in a staggered manner that we can use 4 tanks that can hold a work volume of 2,000 liters each. This results in 62 annual production batches, representing between 21 and 32,000 gallons of fertilizer per year.
Let's translate this into numbers. Our product sells in 2 sizes, a gallon or 16-ounce bottles, with a set price between $9 to $21. During the design of our business model for our cost structure, along with minor experts, will allow us to foresee considerable net profits. As shown in the graphic, our total profit projections for the first year is more than $500,000, growing each of the next 5 years for 125%. This means that by the 5th year, we will have captured the 8% of the organic market share on the island and set up an R&D fund.
This financial base will help us to achieve our scalability plan. For 2025, we forecast a local growth of 130% in our client base and a diversification of our product portfolio. This will help us to achieve a more significant impact while supporting food security and fulfilling our social and commercial value propositions. Also, this will allow the future international expansion of our company.
RECO is fulfilling its mission through an innovative and sustainable business solution, having a triple bottom effect on our farmers, businesses, and the environment. And all of this happened in less than a year.
Nosotros haciendo comida local ayudamos a la salud de nuestra gente. Todos los días aquí nos levantamos, ¿cómo podemos hacer a Puerto Rico más saludable?
Leaving a footprint is to have a lasting and significant impact.
This year, with Limitless and RECO, we did it for our people, planet, and their prosperity.
honoring our past, positively impacting our present, and building a more sustainable future for us all.
A new chapter has been written, enabling progress while keeping true to our history.
We are a
We will now begin the Q&A session. Please remember that only judges may ask questions.
Well done. Can you tell me a little bit more about how you recruit participants for Limitless?
Thank you for your question. We recruit participants directly through our social media and also word by word.
Hello, congrats. If I'm not mistaken, I already saw Limitless in a previous World Cup presented. What was the real impact that you did in the last cycle, so in the last 12 months?
Yeah, during the last year, we focused on helping them to open the new manufacturing center in Morovis, and they increased their workforce through our Limitless program.
Also, I wanted to add that in 2014, when we presented this project on the World Cup, we only have reopened the company. Currently, we have implemented different initiatives such as apprenticeship that is for their hard and soft skills for them to develop them, like personal financial and communication. And also we have implemented what is La Escuelita, better known as the Entrepreneurship Challenge.
Thank you very much. For the Reco product, do you have any raw material components that you have to import?
At the moment, we are trying to stay local, specifically because we want to keep our costs low. But raw materials are readily accessible here on the island. In fact, we're using discarded coffee grounds from our local coffee shops as our raw material to be able to decrease food waste and also reduce their discarding costs. So there's also a benefit in it for the business owner.
Hi, two questions. What is the business model on Limitless? How you make money in Limitless? And on Reco, have you tested with the university or independent laboratories on the results of the product?
For Limitless, their business model, they make money. They're a uniform manufacturing company. They sell uniforms, and currently they're manufacturing and selling uniforms to the U.S. military. Yes.
I wanted to add, Limited is a social enterprise, so they have different proposals to the U.S. Department military federal uniforms.
Yes, they are a separate entity. We are providing them with aid to increase their workforce.
Yeah. No, we are voluntary. We work with them as voluntary. I wanted to add also that before we reopened the doors of PRIF in 2014, there were no wisdom silence industry for the blind. They were having problems to have people that work for them and to have contracts. So they needed to close their company, but they knew that in Puerto Rico, there was a necessity. So we helped them to reopen for that necessity. And then we have continued and developed PRIF till now that is selling more than $50 million on uniform and having more than 500 employees in Puerto Rico.
Sorry. In the case for Reco, we did test in independent laboratories twice already. We're trying to validate our product quality with them.
We have a question from one of the online judges, and it says, how many coffee shops have you approached for the Reco project? And what is the level of interest from further coffee shops to sign up?
Currently, we are working with 2 directly, but there is much interest. We've talked to a lot of businesses, big chains that are interested because these coffee grounds are already divided. When you make the coffee, you divide them. They're not put directly into trash. So it's not harder for them. They don't have to make extra work to just put them in an extra bin that will be provided by us so that we can collect it.
I also want to add that there's not only interest from coffee shops to work with us, but there's also interest from our farmers that have that during our customer discovery have shown interest to want to do regenerative farming.
Thank you so much for the presentation. Just a question around risk. What are some of the biggest risks to both the projects and how are you mitigating them as a team?
So for Reco, one of the biggest risks I guess would be us maybe not.
It would be the production. We could have production costs.
Apologies, the time for the Q&A session has expired. So judges, please help me thank the Puerto Rico team for the
Thank you for your question.
Amazing. Good job. You guys did great. Thank you so much. Sorry, do you want me to welcome the next team? Sure. Yeah. Judges, please help me in welcoming the team from the United Kingdom. They are presenting in person today.
You have 3 minutes to begin your presentation. Judges, please review their annual report and any information provided.
Good morning. Hi, I'm Sarah. Good morning. I'm Lily. I'm Alice. I'm Ramneek.
I'm Jonathan.
Good morning, I'm Annabelle. I hope you enjoy our AR and presentation.
One minute before the presentation begins. You may begin your presentation.
True Enactus is a community of students, academics, and business leaders collaborating to create sustainable, positive impact.
At Enactus United Kingdom, we create impact not through one-off interventions, but by developing socially minded enterprises that span years of design.
Today, we're proud to share with you 3 of our impact companies, Foodprint, Razoration, and Ecologico.
Starting with Foodprint.
Snenton, less than 5 minutes from our university, a community, but on the same street that people are choosing between heating and eating, perfectly edible food is being thrown away.
The cost of living in the UK is rising, and it's changing people's lives.
We either have to eat and be cold, or be warm and starve.
This is our reality, a developed nation that still has over 20% of its population living in poverty.
With the lives of our community at risk, we took action where others had failed and built Nottingham's first social supermarket.
We partner with local and national organisations to take their perfectly edible food destined for landfill. We then stock our purpose-built community store with heavily discounted food and household goods. The local community then shop at a price that is 40% cheaper without the stigma that comes with accessing food banks.
Unlike many, we have zero food waste. Any food not sold is donated to local community partners or made into feed for livestock. This year, we have saved over £150,000 of food from landfill and 524 tonnes of CO2 from entering our atmosphere. That's the equivalent of 37,000 meals saved, enough to feed every one of us here 3 meals a day for 4 months.
Foodprint is not a project. It is a community interest company, which makes us directors of a social enterprise.
An enterprise that has generated over $100,000 of revenue this year, covering all expenditure and generating an 89% surplus that we reinvested to expand and deepen our impact.
We're proud of the 48 staff and volunteers who work directly with our beneficiaries to adapt our intervention model to create measurable, lasting improvements on people, planet, and prosperity.
Adaptations like diversifying our supply chain to integrate fair share, doubling our weekly food supply to over £3,500.
Keeping our store open longer, helping us to serve 65% more customers and increasing our weekly transactions by 103%.
Introducing Foodprint on wheels, supporting those hard to reach by taking the store to them.
Establishing a pay-as-you-feel model, an innovative solution to excess stock, which has contributed to a 288% increase in revenue since March 2021.
And finally, we expanded our community redistribution program to over 10 partner organizations who we support in feeding over 1,800 individuals.
Inspired people, I see on the people's face after they come and get the food at such low prices from the store. So that's a brilliant experience.
And Foodprint has helped us a lot. Really glad with all the donations we got from you that made the meals possible.
Since our incorporation, we've managed change in dynamic environments with an agile approach. We've shown that Foodprint is a capacity building, self-sustainable impact company.
Taking personal responsibility, we made the challenging decision to pass our flagship business over to our long-term collaborator, HIMA, a local grassroots charity with an outstanding record.
Foodprint is thriving under new management with a second branch already planned. We are proud to be truly beneficiary-led.
What if we told you that all of us in this room today are only 3 decisions away from homelessness? A life on the streets, a life without support, perhaps not even a life at all. This is the reality of Andy, the inspiration for our project Razoration.
The hardest thing ever I do is get by when I'm homeless. Because as soon as someone finds out you're homeless and you've got a blanket in your hand, that's it. You're an automatic junkie, you're an automatic waste of space. I need a mobile phone. I need set essentials. I need a towel. I need a toothbrush. I need toothpaste. I need some toilet roll. I need a flannel to wash my face. I need, essentials. Don't buy me a McDonald's. I don't want a McDonald's. I do not want a McDonald's. I'm living on the streets thinking to myself, do I want to live or do I want to die on the streets?
We know generic one-off interventions do not create sustainable positive impact. So we designed Razoration, a tailored holistic solution to address the diverse needs of our beneficiaries at every stage of their journey.
Working with our 5 expert community partners, we empower those affected by homelessness through our 3-phase operating model: pride, connection, and purpose.
Phase 1, Pride. First, we start by addressing our beneficiaries' immediate needs with warm clothing and non-perishable food items. We then crucially work to support them to restore pride and self-confidence with our toiletry essentials, including our very own sustainable shampoo bar. Our tailored care packages have already supported over 100 beneficiaries just this year.
Phase 2, connection. Imagine years of being ignored, abused, and unloved. As we heard from Andy, it doesn't take long for someone to feel as though their life is not worth living. Our ambition is to reintegrate our beneficiaries back into the community through one-to-one wellbeing sessions and group activities. Crucially, our Call a Friend program gives the opportunity to use a donated phone to connect with their support network and family.
And finally, phase 3, purpose. By continuously listening and assessing our beneficiaries' individual needs, we recognize this phase needs to be
easy to access without prior qualifications,
flexible to work around welfare appointments,
lead to paid employment in a supportive and safe environment,
be a practical, hands-on opportunity to offer a distraction to mental health challenges,
and importantly, tailored to each beneficiary.
Our answer, barbering.
Working with local barbers and charities, we developed a work experience program giving a nationally recognized qualification in barbering.
So I think Razoration is a really great side of homelessness sustainably. A job is such a crucial part in helping people escape homelessness. I think it's really awesome that they give people transferable skills. They use a practical-based job as a vehicle to help people transform their lives. People experiencing homelessness prefer practical-based careers because it keeps their mind occupied. Razoration really make a difference.
To create sustainable positive impact, we applied sound business principles to develop the financial viability of our community program.
Capitalizing on the opportunity of green consumption, we innovated our own line of sustainable plastic-free shampoo bars, which are already being sold in local zero-waste shops.
Incorporating a Robin Hood commercial model, the price of one shampoo bar includes the cost of a donation to our care package and generates a 16% surplus, which is reinvested. With at least 3 plastic bottles saved from landfill per sale, our measurable lasting improvement for the planet is clear.
Additionally, we've begun talks to innovate a jointly branded range of sustainable bamboo razors with our Enactus UK partner, BIC.
The packaging design will amplify the voices of our beneficiaries and include a link to donate and a call of action to support. The prototypes will be based on the 3 most susceptible demographics to homelessness in the UK, and this will work towards educating the community, changing the behaviour of society, and eradicating the stigma of homelessness.
Our financial viability is clear. We're in year 1 of operation and have already generated $1,500 of income. Our current operating plan and financial forecast projects we'll make a minimum of $10,000 by October 2023. With the full program costing $530, that's enough to support 15 beneficiaries like Andy, who with our help will never again have to question whether their life is worth living.
Our future aspirations don't stop there. We aspire to actively inform and influence government policy. We are change makers, determined to create a world where those affected by homelessness are heard, upskilled, and empowered.
We cannot and will not continue to walk past these people on our streets. Chickpeas, beetroot, seaweed. What if we told you that these simple ingredients were made into a food supplement for cows is the answer to the climate crisis which is killing our planet?
We know what you're thinking. If this is the answer, then why not give it to every cow across the world?
Working with local farmers, we found that they wanted to introduce the methane-reducing supplement, but with rising costs threatening their survival, it's simply not affordable.
Introducing Ecologico, our impact enterprise that saves the planet 1 cow at a time.
Working with our world-leading university chemistry department, we are developing our own methane-reducing supplement to sell directly to farmers. Our supplement will increase milk yield whilst lowering farmers' emission tax threshold.
To financially underpin our operational plan, we innovated a methane calculator where individuals can assess and offset their personal methane footprint through a Sponsor a Cow program. This has supported in generating $4,000 in income.
Our ambition is that the calculator will subsidize the cost of our supplement by 30%, making it affordable to farmers in comparison to emerging competitors.
The financial viability of our calculator is clear, but to generate the impact we want to see, we need to scale our business fast.
In addition to growing and selling the supplement ourselves, we innovated a franchise model that empowers farmers to use our recipe and technological innovation to develop the supplement themselves, increasing scale and affordability fast.
To scale geographically, we have collaborated with Arla, the 5th largest dairy farm in the world. Although early in development, just think, working with Arla's 9,700 farms and 1.7 million cows, our supplement could be climate saving.
Our ambition with Arla does not stop there. We've already put plans in motion around the world's first low methane milk, cheese and beef range, providing more choice to the environmentally conscious consumer and tapping into a market with an estimated worth of $36.3 billion by 2030.
Going further, prevention is more impactful than correction. We've already worked to empower 100 school children to address the climate crisis and invested in next generation leaders to create a better, more sustainable world for us all.
Today, we have demonstrated to you true Enactus,
a community who delivered sustainable, positive impact on people, planet, and prosperity through our 3 impact companies.
But there's more.
Our 165 members have
developed 9 impact enterprises,
generated over $121,000,
saved over 500 tons of carbon dioxide from entering our atmosphere,
and have positively impacted the lives of 2,135 individuals.
From innovation to impact, our purpose is to place our beneficiaries at the core of all we do. We are change makers.
we are entrepreneurial leaders.
We are
We will now begin the Q&A session. Please remember that only judges may ask questions.
Outstanding presentation. Tell me about your decision-making for transitioning Foodprint to HEMA, how you decided to do that.
Thank you. So we, as students, we realized that we made that conscious decision that we knew if through passing it over to HIMA, they could increase their impact within the environment, within the community, and improve that sustainable positive impact and help more beneficiaries. So through a conscious decision and a number of conversations, we knew that by passing it over, that was the right decision for us.
Thank you for the amazing presentation, really impressive. Can you maybe explain again what was the role of Enactus in founding the supermarket? Because you said you're directors, if I understood that correctly.
Yeah, so Foodprint is registered with Companies House, which is how you register a company in the UK. And you have to assign a director, which one of the students had to be from the university, hence why we are a director of a company through Foodprint.
Great presentation. Good morning. Have you considered for the ecological project capturing the waste from the cattle and converting it into energy in terms to minimizing greenhouse emissions and their cost of energy?
Yeah, thank you for the question. So we're currently still in the implementation phase of our project. That's kind of within the Enactus cycle. Right now, that's definitely something we look to bring on board, but kind of with the team that we're in and the stage that we're at, we're currently focused on research and development, but also looking at the weight of cows and the cattle and turning that into something more sustainable is something we look to do. With Foodprint, for example, we turn our wastage food into livestock. So I easily think that we could replicate that into Ecologico.
Hello, congrats. One question, you said that from the previous years you had, I think, 9 or 10 businesses that you created in Enactus. Did any of them continue with one of the students as entrepreneurs?
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you so much for your question. So, we've had previous businesses in the past that have, grown, to make sure that they actually grow and meet their full capacity, we need to take them out of Enactus. So in previous years, 3 of our impact companies have left with students to actually grow, and they're doing amazingly well, really reaching loads of different beneficiaries across the world.
We have a question from one of the online judges, and it says, great projects. What time frame do the figures at the end represent? Either from last year?
Sure. So the 124,000 that we have at the end is the projects from is the revenue that we generated from all our projects last year. So just to quickly break that down, 100,000 of that is from Foodprint, as we mentioned, 4,000 of that is from Ecologico, 1,500 is from Razoration, and the rest of that is coming from our social enterprises, including our very own enterprises that we run, such as Sense, which we run to support our main projects. They start events and projects within the community, within the university, to help us kickstart our other projects.
Thanks, great presentation. What practical steps do you have in place for sustaining Restoration beyond 2023?
Absolutely, thank you. So at the moment, we're in the implementation stage and we're building up all the infrastructure for our barbering program. Our plan is that we're enrolling our first 15 beneficiaries in March 2023 onto our barbering program. And beyond that, we're actually looking to expand to other cities in the UK. So at the moment, we're working in our local community in Nottingham. However, in 2024, we're looking to expand to London, as in London, 1 in 53 people are homeless. So we're looking to go where the need is greatest. So we're truly beneficiary led and create the best positive impact we can within our community and our country. So we're raising money through our shampoo bars. At the moment, we've made $300 from them. So we're in one shop at the moment. We actually have 6 stores in agreement, which we're rolling out in the next month. So we're expected by March to have generated $8,000 through our shampoo bars. So we'll be continuing revenue through this stream. We also have lots of grants. Recently, we've been lucky to receive a grant from Rothschilds & Co. As well as this, we will also be gaining another revenue stream through our collaboration with BIC UK.
The time for the Q&A session has expired. Judges, please help me thank the Enactus team from.
You guys did amazing. Good job. You guys did amazing. Thank you. Great job.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
I'll bring it with you. Yes. Good job. You guys did great. Yes, that should be fine. Yes. Okay. Okay. There was yes. My fault that the mic went off of that loud noise during the presentation. Was it? Step out in front of the. Okay, so I was too close to the mic. I'm so sorry. All right, so we're going to get started. So if everyone can just remain silent, that'd be great. All right. Judges, please help me welcome the team from France. They are presenting in person today. Round of applause.
First,
I don't
3 minutes to start your presentation.
Bonjour.
Enchanté.
Ravi.
Hello, everyone. Happy to be here with you.
Judges, you may now use this time to review their annual report and any other information provided. One minute before the presentation begins. You may now begin your presentation.
Could you imagine living in a world without energy? No coal, no oil, no gas?
We need energy for everything. But at the same time, we are completely dependent on polluting fossil energies.
At a worldwide scale, we use only 11% of renewable energy. But we all agree we need much more for a sustainable world. Today, we are living in a world energy crisis in which resources are becoming rare and expensive.
But not only our energy bills are rising, the world's temperature is rising too.
It's time
to act.
Dear audience, I'm Erica, Head of Legal and Human Resources.
I am Robin, Chief Operation Officer.
I'm Aurore, CFO and Sales Manager.
And I'm William, CEO.
We miss Daniel, our CMO, who stayed in France to manage our social mission company. We are from Strasbourg, we represent France, and we have this solution.
So on one hand, we need low carbon energy sources, and on the other hand, humans produce an enormous quantity of waste. What if energy could be created from something we all have in our waste bin? Organic waste.
In fact, it's possible to create energy from a simple organic waste, like a banana peel. A banana peel is composed of 80% of water and 20% of carbon. If we put the banana peel in an oxygen-free environment, methanogenic microorganisms will degrade it, absorb the carbon, and release biomethane. This is what we call anaerobic digestion.
To be crystal clear, the banana peel or any organic waste is easily transformed into biogas and compost. Biogas is a renewable source of energy which can be used locally to cook, to heat houses, to create biofuel, or even electricity. Compost is a natural organic fertilizer which feeds and protects the soil.
In France, right now, waste is incinerated or landfill. It's a complete nonsense and an ecological disaster.
1/3 of our dumped domestic waste or organic waste, like fruit or vegetable peelings, food leftovers, coffee grounds, or even garden waste. Only in France, every year, 30 million tons of organic waste could be used to produce low carbon energy.
But why is all this waste wasted? Because in European countries, 2/3 of the population live in cities where waste management is a huge challenge because of many constraints like lack of space, pollution, nuisance, or disturbance.
It all started when we arrived as students to Strasbourg and there were no existing solutions. In fact, in 2019, our need assessment showed that 90% of inhabitants of large French cities don't sort their organic waste, but 85% of them are willing to do this sorting if they had a simple solution close by.
As well, a European directive has been voted, which indicates that at the end of 2023, the sorting of organic waste will be mandatory for all companies and collectivities. That means they should be thinking about solutions by now.
In addition to reducing waste and providing clean energy, there is a huge business opportunity. This is why we co-founded Green Phoenix.
Our company creates a local circular economy. We collect organic waste with cargo bikes. Then it is transformed into biogas and compost. The biogas is clean energy for the cities, and the compost is sold to local farmers to grow new fruits and vegetables.
Our cargo bikes make it easy to travel through urban areas without noise, without congestion, and without or intended for individuals and professionals. For professionals, we collect their organic waste directly in their premises. We collect restaurants, florists, bakeries, and even offices. Last month, our average revenue per client was around $200. For individuals, we collect their organic waste directly on weekly markets and through a network of collection points where they can easily deposit their organic waste. We work with local authorities to sign public procurement contracts and provide this service.
Today, local authorities and professionals pay us for the collection of their organic waste.
After the collection, we massify all the organic waste in our warehouse before it is transformed. The recovered biogas and compost are used locally and close this virtuous cycle, from a banana to a new banana.
This local circular economy is profitable, scalable, and replicable in any city in France, in Europe, and in the world.
Our goal with Green Phoenix is to spread carbon-free collection and local organic waste valorization. This is such an obvious source of green energy, with something we all have, even where there is no energy supply.
Our competition is major waste collectors implemented in France. However, they only collect organic waste by truck, which is polluting and not practical in citizens. A few small competitors are collecting organic waste by cargo bag, but have a limited capacity of 200 kilograms.
And that's why we needed to innovate. We create a new cargo bike capable of transporting 400 kilograms. It is easy to load, compatible with European and American pallets, and allows us to transport our waste much faster.
Our cargo bike. With our cargo bike, we can carry twice as much waste with less effort. We patented our innovation and we name it Atlas because it will transport the world.
But our innovation doesn't stop there. In order to solve this huge ecological challenge, we are implementing educational action to raise awareness of individuals and professionals. Imagine if together we all sort our organic waste, the great impact we could have with this simple act every day.
We started working on Green Phoenix 3 years ago when we all were students. Since then, our entrepreneurial journey has been so rich and intense.
It all started in 2019 with an ideation phase. Then we launched a successful crowdfunding campaign that reached 200% of our goal. In September 2020, we created Green Phoenix as a company. We made our proof of concept by implementing collect on weekly market in Strasbourg for individuals, and then our professional solution.
We also tested the prototype of a cargo bike and patented it. We won also many entrepreneurship pricing during these 3 last years.
This last academic year, it accelerated. We signed 2 strategic partnerships to build our end-to-end model. The first partner is Lingeneld Environment, major actor in recycling, which transform our organic waste into biogas and compost. The second partner is EDF local affiliate, which is selling the recovered biogas. These 2 partners secured our virtuous and local economy. In March 2022, we started to sell our first product, compost bags.
Today, more than 1,200 families deposit their organic waste in our collection points. Our B2B offer is now secured with 47 professionals, including AM Strasbourg Business School and the Market Auchan. 2 years ago, we collected 7 tons of waste in 4 months. Last year, 7 tons in 1 month, and today we collect 7 tons every week. We created 100 tons of compost and enough biogas to supply energy for 25 houses.
And we have multiplied our turnover by 4.
In September 2022, we signed a $100,000 contract with the Strasbourg wholesale market. It represents the collection of 300 tons of organic waste per year with our own cargo bike. Thanks to our growing activity, we started to pay ourselves and we even created 3 new sustainable jobs.
In 2023, we plan to reach 500 tons of organic waste collected by duplicating our model in 3 new cities and creating 5 new jobs.
Our activity responds to 5 main challenges of the United Nations of Sustainable Development Goals, including
Goal 7 by the creation of local biogas.
Goal 9 by the invention of our patented cargo bike, Atlas.
Goal 11 by providing a waste management solution and clean energy to the city.
Goal 13, because we create a low carbon business.
Goal 15 by returning compost to the soil.
Dear audience, when a person dreams, it's just a dream. But when we all dream, it's the beginning of a new reality. We have everything to transform our cities. It's time to be green. We have a solid business model and 2 years of field experience.
We have a skilled and dynamic team.
We have innovation and leadership.
We have significant positive environmental and social impacts.
We are
We will now begin the Q&A session. Please be mindful that only judges may ask questions.
Thank you very much. Beautiful products, beautiful idea. But I don't seem to see figures around the end product, the gas that is produced, and then the manure. How do you make money from it?
Thank you for your question. In one sentence, we make money by selling our products and our services. We sell compost bags and we sell the collection of bio-waste. So when we collect a restaurant, they pay us around $200 per month. The gas is selling by our partner, EDF local affiliate. But our business model is built with the monthly cost of the collection.
That was my question. I wanted to expand on the gas. Do you make money on the gas as well?
Today, no. We have two partners to secure our virtues and local economy. We collect Lingonel environment, transform it into biogas, sell it to EDF local affiliate, and so we are complement on a local scale. But we have in the future, we maybe want to develop all this circle by our own. We already have identified partners to make it, and we can maybe do it on a local scale and sell the biogas.
Very well done, team. I have a quick question on the bike. It sounds like you have a patent on that. Do you have a partner who's producing that for you? And is there kind of like is that a barrier to scale? Because like how fast can they produce many of these bikes?
Thank you for your question. Totally. At the beginning, when we tested cargo bike, we see that it wasn't enough for us. So we tried to innovate and build our own cargo bike for our own needs. And we work actually with local partners in Strasbourg and in our region of France to build our cargo bike. And we have this advantage to our own cargo bike, and we reduce costs like that. And yeah, that's it.
Thank you. Thank you for the presentation. It's a follow-up question on the cargo bike. How much does it cost you to manufacture one?
Thank you for your question. The cargo bike actually costs around 15,000 euros. And to answer the second question I just remember, it's a possibility for us for the cargo bike. We see that it could be used in many domains, like deliveries, and we actually work with some of them to think maybe a new atlas for delivery.
Thank you for your presentation. When collecting the organic waste, how do you ensure that no other type of waste has been deposited in the bins? Do you have any filtering process or something like that to avoid like a result, a chemically result different that you don't want?
Thank you for the question. For instance, in weekly market, we are here during 3 hours and we see each person deposit their organic waste. So we have a visual control of the bio waste, and every bio waste we send to our partner Lingeneld Environment are controlled by us in a visual control.
I was happy to see that you are paying yourself salaries already. Are you able to pay market salaries already? Or if not, do you think this is possible with the business?
Thank you for your question. Yeah, actually, we have our CMO, Daniel, which is not here in Puerto Rico, but here is our heart in France. Yeah, we plan to pay ourselves out 5 in 2023, and we already have marketing costs a year.
Apologies, the time for the Q&A session has expired. Judges, please help me thank the Inactus team from France.
The judge that was on the Zoom.
So for the virtual one, I still welcome them.
Actually, some of the judges that were on the Zoom, so I've been keeping track.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Afterwards, we need to check and make sure that everything
Is okay.
Yeah.
We can get started now, right? I think. Okay. We're gonna get started. All right, so we're gonna get started now. Judges, please help me and welcome the team from India. They are presenting using a pre-recorded video today. Round of applause.
Three minutes before the presentation begins.
India, a civilization
Hi, are we audible?
Hello, can you hear us?
Yes, we can hear you.
Sorry, can you say that one more time?
Yes, we can hear you. Are we audible?
Yes, perfect. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
One minute to start your presentation. You may now begin your presentation.
India. A civilization over 5,000 years old is known for its culture and geographic charm. A land of staggering diversity where ethnicity, heritage, and religion come together in a dazzling kaleidoscope of humanity.
Home to 1.4 billion people, India is on the road to becoming the world's third largest economy. A rising population, growing middle class, and increasing awareness about global trends are driving India's escalating growth and booming consumption.
But underneath the glittering surface of India's economic boom lies the ugly reality of modern India, a country drowning in its own garbage.
Together, India manages to generate 277 million tons of waste annually, and this number is expected to double by 2050.
At present, only 20% of this waste is treated and more than 80% is disposed of in landfills. However, the garbage predicament stretches far beyond the sight of huge piles of waste.
Releasing 120 million tons of greenhouse gases every year, this waste is leading to rising temperatures and declining biodiversity. It is responsible for endangering the drinking water supply and has pressing consequences for human health.
The dire need for an effective solution motivated us to narrow down the problems with India's waste disposal habits.
Preliminary research and surveys conducted in Delhi NCR made us realize that an effective solution should focus on increasing awareness, inducing behavioral change, and providing incentives for ethical waste disposal.
We identified 3 different communities that could help us curb this crisis.
Thousands of waste pickers were dependent on waste for a living, but were often underpaid and led undignified lives riddled with health issues.
The domestic help workers responsible for doing household chores survived on a meager monthly income of $75.
36% of slum dwellers were unemployed, and each one of them had more than 5 mouths to feed in a family.
All this is a huge informal sector of recycling which is there in India. The most backward classes they have no other option for livelihood. They don't have any other skills. They have so many injuries because they pick waste from the landfills or dump sites in their bare hands. A daily inhalation of all those toxic fumes in a landfill, I think that's a part of their daily life.
Driven by the urge to take entrepreneurial action, to put an end to the waste crisis and to create sustainable livelihoods, we initiated Project Amanat.
Amanat is a holistic solution that tackles the waste crisis at the grassroots level through its tri-segmented approach, supplemented with additional measures to promote a zero-waste lifestyle.
The first segment facilitates the barter of waste for need-specific incentives through recycling banks and garbage cafes.
The recycling banks are set up in residential complexes where residents can exchange waste for environmental points.
The points earned are utilized towards reducing the hefty maintenance fees charged for these societies and installing sustainable furniture in shared spaces.
The banks are set up at a minimal cost of $365, and we can proudly say that they are built entirely out of recycled single-use plastic sheets.
The residents are registered on the Zero Waste Citizen application, launched in collaboration with ZWC Solutions, helping them track their environmental savings and schedule no-contact doorstep collection of waste in the post-pandemic world.
2 waste pickers are appointed as recycling bank operators to weigh the collected waste and update the records on the application.
The domestic help workers working in these urban homes are trained in source segregation and allowed to deposit waste at recycling banks for monetary incentives, thus empowering them as Amanat Zero Waste Warriors.
A composting machine is also set up in the societies for the on-site processing of wet waste.
While the recycling banks proved successful in urban areas, we introduced garbage cafes in slums where slum dwellers can exchange 1 kilogram of waste for 1 complete meal served in sustainable packaging.
We employed 1 waste picker for each territory to ensure the proper functioning and timely provision of meals.
To make this initiative feasible, we joined hands with MCKS Foundation and Robin Hood Army to increase operational efficiency and arrange the meals at subsidized prices.
We are working with the inactors of Sri Guru Gobind Singh College of Commerce, and we are setting up garbage cafes all over Delhi and the slums of Delhi NCR. Through their initiative, the students are not only reducing the amount of wastage and garbage that we put out into the environment, but also providing an equitable amount of access of food. We are elated to see the zeal in the future generation entrepreneurial leaders, and we are looking forward to working on many more such initiatives and providing a more positive impact on our community.
With the assistance of our project partners, we established a storage and sorting facility in Delhi NCR with an operational capacity of 50 tons of waste per month.
The facility allowed us to formalize the waste picker community by purchasing waste at fair prices while educating them on social and financial security.
The total waste accumulated is segregated into wet waste and dry waste, which is then sold to recycling operators at an average price of 13 cents and 19 cents for conversion into innovative byproducts such as furniture and manure.
Collecting an average of 51,600 kilograms of waste, a monthly revenue of $7,200 is earned from our model.
After making provisions for incentives, 75% of the revenue becomes the entrepreneur's income, and the remaining 25% is used for project expansion.
To ensure long-term sustainability, all the entrepreneurs are trained in finance and bookkeeping. The initial investment is recovered within 6 months of operations, after which the entrepreneurs are granted greater functional autonomy.
In the past year, we have set up 3 garbage cafes in slums and 5 recycling banks in residential complexes across Delhi NCR, while collecting 551,000 kilograms of dry waste and 115,000 kilograms of wet waste.
Generating a cumulative revenue of $112,000, we have associated 12 entrepreneurs with our mission and created 1,200 zero waste warriors who are helping us streamline the waste management process.
And in the next 24 months, we aim to expand to 19 territories across 4 states while collaborating with state governments to transform India's waste economy.
While the first segment focuses on preventing newly generated waste from entering our environment, the second segment utilizes existing plastic waste to build community toilets in slums.
For this, we formed a strategic collaboration with Basic Shit, which provided us with the design for a zero waste toilet, each of which is made out of 120 kilograms of plastic waste.
The dry composting system in these toilets uses sawdust and charcoal instead of water, killing the odor-causing bacteria without producing any sewage while converting the human waste into a safe-to-handle compost.
The toilets work on a fee-for-service model wherein users can buy either a single-use pass for 3 cents or a monthly pass for 75 cents.
One person appointed from the slum is made responsible for the maintenance and proper functioning of the toilets.
Recycling 43,000
500 plastic bottles, we have set up 5 community toilets and provided 74,000 people with access to improved hygiene.
Earning a cumulative revenue of $1,200, we have created 5 entrepreneurs and increased the average individual income by 200%.
To promote health and well-being for all through sustainable sanitation, we aim to set up 25 community toilets across the slums of Delhi, Haryana and Uttar Pradesh, eventually taking our mission to a pan-India level.
With the first 2 segments focusing on reducing and recycling waste, we incorporated the third R of waste management in our model by reducing the production of waste altogether, making Amanat a comprehensive solution to the waste crisis.
In the third segment, we marketed and sold sustainable alternatives to everyday products.
For this, we entered into distribution agreements with Recharkha EcoSocial and Green the Map, leading social enterprises in the eco-friendly and upcycled product space.
We introduced a wide range of products including cutlery kits, face masks, planters and backpacks.
These products are manufactured by rural communities, tribal women and youths, thereby enabling sustainable livelihoods.
To maximize our consumer base, a number of strategies were employed ranging from free samples to setting up stalls at cultural exhibitions.
We posted tailored digital content across social media and e-commerce platforms to connect with consumers and make it easy for them to choose our products.
For every product sold, Enactus SGGSCC receives a fixed commission of 15%, which is reinvested into the other segments, allowing us to systematically allocate our resources while ensuring growth.
Through extensive promotion, we sold $11,000 worth of sustainable alternatives, creating 1,200 consumers who are conscious of their choice.
We also organized online workshops in association with Aesthetic Crafts, introducing DIY techniques to upcycle waste into creative products and amplifying the motto of best out of waste.
Strengthening our long-standing commitment to building a zero-waste lifestyle, we plan to set up permanent retail stores offering affordable products in target areas, launching a sustainable product line under the brand name of Project Amanat.
Amanat creates a circular economy model wherein waste enters a loop, originating from its sources of production and ultimately getting recycled.
Combining meaningful collaborations and partnerships with extensive stakeholder management are acting as the driver of Amanat's growth story. In a year like no other, Enactus SGGSCC has continued to work with a network of government organizations, corporates and non-profits to further our vision of a waste-free India.
Catering to 11 out of the 17 UN Sustainable Development Goals, we have directly impacted 27,500 lives.
Prevented 1.2 million kilograms of greenhouse gas emissions through our model, thus reducing our carbon footprint.
Generating a cumulative revenue of $124,000, we have engaged 17 entrepreneurs, providing them with a sustainable income and a better quality of life.
Aligning our vision with the Clean India mission, we used community dialogues, interactive videos and street plays to spread awareness, thereby impacting over 166,000 lives.
Working together with Distillery, a renowned brand of bottled water, we also conducted plastic collection drives under their initiative Bottles for Change, spreading awareness about using and disposing of plastics responsibly.
We formed a partnership with EcoDeco, which provided us with segregation bins made out of 9 kilograms of recycled plastic at a subsidized price of $40 per dustbin.
To promote better waste disposal practices, we installed 14 of these segregation bins in various schools and colleges.
Taking forward our quest of transforming waste into wealth, we have signed a memorandum of understanding with Grow Diesel, one of India's leading companies producing clean energy from waste.
We are working with them at their biorefinery in the Karnal district of Haryana, which has a daily operational capacity of converting 15 tons of wet waste into biofuel, having a purity level of over 90%.
We are providing them with research and development support and helping them source wet waste from nearby regions for conversion.
As we progress, we aim to connect our functioning territories with this plant, moving towards an energy-efficient future.
However, our journey does not stop here. With Amanat's vast potential for scalability, we aim to expand our operations to 45 territories.
Implement our model in 4 states through inclusive partnerships at the regional, national and local levels, built upon shared values, placing people and planet at the center.
Create 44 new entrepreneurs while reducing the waste in target areas by 60%.
Introduce shredding and sorting techniques to recycle e-waste and set up incinerating machines to process sanitary waste.
Collaborate with other Enactus teams in areas facing similar issues, thus exchanging ideas, knowledge and resources across the globe.
Amanat provides an ecosystem to pull back recyclables from every individual, community and environment to the supply value chain.
We envision igniting a zero-waste revolution that will fill the lacuna in the existing models of waste management.
For us,
zero waste is social justice.
Zero waste is stronger communities.
Zero waste is a healthier planet.
इन बच्चों ने हमें क्या कुछ नहीं सिखाया, कचरा अलग अलग करने से लेकर हिसाब किताब करने तक। हमें अच्छा लगता है कि हम अपने पर्यावरण के लिए कुछ कर रहे हैं और हम यह चाहते हैं कि इनेक्टस वाले हमारे साथ इसी तरह से जुड़ रहे।
इन एफएस के बच्चे हमारे जीवन में उम्मीद की एक किरण लेकर आए हैं। इन्होंने ना सिर्फ हमें कचरे का मूल्य समझाया है, बल्कि उसी कचरे को हमारी आमदनी का जरिया भी बना दिया।
In the past 1 year, after 148,000 plus working hours, over 90 visits, 12 collaborations, and the hard work of 70 people who work as a team, we have become a household name for 27,500 people.
We are in Actor Sri Guru Gobind Singh College of Commerce, and this is our story.
We will now begin the Q&A session. Please remember that only judges may ask questions.
Thank you so much. Indeed, waste is a huge human problem. But what do you do with the huge plastic slabs that you use to build the toilets and other waste collection bins when they have reached their lifespan?
Thank you for that question, sir. When the material used in the toilets has reached its lifespan, which is approximately 3 to 4 years, it is sold back to the recycling operators who process it further, and then it can be used again.
What has been the revenue generated from the fee-for-service toilets?
Thank you for that question, ma'am. The revenue generated till now is $1,212 from the fee-for-service model.
Sorry, can you just repeat your answer one more time?
I was saying that the revenue generated from fee-for-service model is $1,212.
Can you tell us a little bit more about what you do with the waste that you collect and how it's distributed from the banks and the cafes over to the recycling partners?
Thank you for that question. The waste that is collected, if I talk about the wet waste, then it either gets composted in the banks itself through a composting machine, and the manure is used in the societies, or it gets sold to the recycling operators who then produce manure from it. The waste is sold, the wet waste is sold for 13 cents and dry waste is sold for 19 cents per kilogram. As for the dry waste, we have connections with recycling operators who process it and they convert it into these sheets. So they make dustbins out of it, furniture, and the average price is around $40 per piece of furniture.
Hello, I just wanted to know, how long have you been working with this project? I mean, what has been your timeline?
Thank you for that question, ma'am. Our project started operating in September 2021.
In your presentation, you mentioned that 25% of your revenue goes back into project expansion. Has that been adequate? And could you give us a bit more about what those expansion plans are?
Thank you for that question. Currently, that 25% has been adequate. However, in the future, as we look forward to expand to 45 territories, we will look for other streams of revenue. Particularly, we also look forward to starting our own product line under the brand name of Project Amanat, selling sustainable products, which are upcycle products, which will be made from the waste we collect. So for that, we are looking for sources of funding. Other than this, we also want to venture into other types of waste, since that is also a huge problem in India. E-waste is an enormous problem, and we want to set up machines for processing e-waste. Other than this, we also want to introduce methods for incinerating sanitary waste.
You talk about 74,000 people having access to sanitation. Does that only include the 5 toilets, people who access those 5 toilets, or is it?
Apologies, the time for the Q&A session has ended. Judges, please help me and thank an actress team from India.
Thank you.
All presentations in our league have ended. Judges, please take 5 minutes to rank the teams that presented today on the judging platform. You may drag and drop the teams in the order in which you wish to rank them, with 1 being the highest rank and 4 being the lowest. Once you do so, kindly click on submit. If you have any questions, please let us know.